Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's Ninja Trader Ecosystem event with Tim LuCarelli of Trading Street. My name is Juanita, and I am the Ninja Trader Ecosystem representative here in the Ninja Trader Denver office. Before we start the webinar, I have a few housekeeping notes. At the bottom of the Zoom window, you'll see a chat icon. Clicking on it will open up the chat window so you can ask questions during today's session. Also, please let me know if you can hear me and see the presentation in the room by typing a Y in the chat, please. Perfect. Thank you for coming in and letting me know I am coming in loud and clear. I'm going to leave this slide up just for a moment so everybody can figure out how to enable the chat. And there's our brokerage information as well as how to receive a live free data trial. Secondly, this webinar is presented by Ninja Trader LLC, which is the technology company responsible for developing and supporting the Ninja Trader trading software. Any brokerage-related questions should be directed to the Ninja Trader brokerage using the phone number or email address that is on the screen. Lastly, if you are new to Ninja Trader, please make sure you sign up for a free live data real-time market data trial. Our platform is free for advanced charting, strategy backtesting, and trade simulation. You can get your free demo account by following the link that is currently on the screen. There's our brokerage information, and here is the live. Before I switch the mic over to Tim, it's important to understand that futures, foreign currency, and options trading contain substantial risk and is not suitable for every investor. It is possible to lose all funds deposited with it is possible to lose all or more than the initial investment. Risk capital is money that can be lost without jeopardizing one's financial security or lifestyle. Only risk capital should be used for trading, and only those with sufficient risk capital should consider trading. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. For more information or for a full copy of the CFTC risk disclosure, please use the following link. Also, please remember that these training sessions are not a solicitation nor a recommendation, but simply educational in nature. Thank you again for joining us today, and without further ado, it is my pleasure to welcome to the Ninja Trader Ecosystem webinar room, Tim of Trading Street. Go ahead and take it away, Tim.
Thank you very much, Juanita. And hello, everybody. So let me do my share screen here. Hold on. And we will get going. So hopefully everybody can see this. And wisdom of the day. So timelines only work if you put in the time to do the research. And since every day is a learning day, we have to have some sort of wisdom. So this is the wisdom of the day. This is probably true of anything you do. Today, we're going to talk about investing timelines and what research is needed to manage those timelines. First, we're going to discuss and learn to recognize your own internal trading clock. Next, we'll discuss and learn various ways to trick yourself to trade outside your comfort zone. First, though, let's all get the same page here with some definitions. So first, let's define trading. And trading is the act, and I want to emphasize the word act, of initializing or exiting a position. Think about it. A trade is just that. You're trading something, usually money for a position in the market. Next is investing. So investing is the act of commitment. Sound correct? Let's put both of these words, trading and investing, into an example. It should be a little clearer because when we dive into a little further discussion on timelines, we need to keep these two words and their meanings in perspective. So I'm invested in NVIDIA, and I have been for 3 years. However, I trade NVIDIA. I have on many occasions initiated more positions and exited positions. All the while, I continue to be invested in the company. In order to figure out your personal investing timeline, you'll need to do some self-assessment. First thing you'll need to do is to ask yourself, what is your internal trading clock? So are you an action junkie, dodging trading emailing bullets all day? Maybe you're more the type that prefers to look at markets every few days or even on a weekly basis. Or maybe you try all types of time frames only to look back and see you hadn't passed the finish line yet. So how do you find out what your internal trading clock really is? Not the way you're investing now, but what it really is to you. Well, use your trading mojo, of course. Getting your investing trading mojo on might be a little easier than you think. It just requires a little bit of psychological examination of your most internal self. One way to start is to figure out where you are getting your investing information. If you're listening to the talking heads on one of those business channels, then you are following their investing timeline and not yours. Maybe you are in a group or Reddit and you're following the crowd. Well, that probably doesn't much match your internal trading clock either. Maybe you're asking your neighbor's dog investing questions. And if he barks once, then you invest. If he barks twice, you do nothing. Remember, 1 for yes and 2 for no. Okay, I'm being a little ridiculous, but the point is, be yourself. This is your money, not someone else's. Take the time to do the research about you, your personality. All right, by now you're either hypnotized or ready to put your fist through the screen because of the swinging clock. So let's move on and ask some probing questions. So what makes you happy? Is it driving 150 miles an hour in your Lambo down a desert road? Or do you enjoy tiptoeing through the tulips? The point is, and what we are trying to get to is, when are you most at peace with yourself? In other words, what is it you do that is all-consuming and makes you feel the best? Would you rather do one thing at a time? Maybe you're a multitasker. How about a planner? Or maybe you like to shoot from the hip. Of course, that didn't work out so well for Tony Montana at the end. Getting your mojo is easy. If you can know yourself inside and out, the point is, whatever your personality, don't try to change yourself to match an investment. Just change your investing style to match your personality. It is much easier to change your investing style within a different timeline than trying to change yourself. Success in investing, difficult to say, is many times elusive because someone is trying to adapt themselves to a particular investment instead of changing their investment style to match a particular timeline. So make sure the investment you are trading has a matching time frame to your personality. Sounds simple enough, right? Think of it like this. In just about any investing market today, you can trade short-term, medium-term, or long-term. You just need to be aware of your investing personality. Hence, finding your trading mojo may be nothing more than changing your trading timeline within your investment. The most important part of investing success is to be comfortable with your investing timeline. Okay, so no self-respecting presenter would be worth anything if he didn't discuss a chart, right? I mean, we're all investment guys. Here's a chart of the E-minis going back almost 2 years. If you're a day trader and you spend most of your time being long, you should have done very well over that period of time. Consequently, if you were a position trader playing the long side, you should have done well also. Let's not forget, this chart represents the price action of 500 of the largest companies in the US. That means if you are a long-term trader and you bought the 10 largest companies in the index at the COVID lows, you did well also. The point is something for everybody. Whatever your investing timeline, you can make any market work for you. Just remember to invest in your personality's timeline and not someone else's. We just spent time talking about identifying your personal investing timeline. So how do you step outside your comfort timeline and make an investment work? Well, I have 3 ways. First is research. Second, create an investing model unique to you. And third, follow an expert. Research and more research. This goes back to our wisdom statement of the day. Timelines only work if you put in the time to do the research. First and foremost, research is key to any great success story. Research everything about the market or the investment you want to trade in. Learn all there is to know. Create an investing model unique to you. Through your research combined with what you have learned about yourself, create an investing model. Add in and write down all aspects that you have learned about the market you want to invest in. Write down your personality traits that fit what you have learned about the markets. Determine based on the market what the risks of the market are within your investing time frame. Most importantly, don't be afraid to say to yourself that a certain market or investment is not for you. Importantly, that timeline you're going to try to move into, short term, like day trading, or long term, like position trading, whatever it is, you can't lose focus on your personal interest, which leads to your personal risk profile. Your personal risk profile has a lot to do with how comfortable you are to moving on to a different investing timeline. This part could be a test for how you move to a different timeline. If you cannot align your risk profile with a new investing timeline, then you may have to make some adaptations to your trading plan. Can't express how important this is. Your risk profile, your personal risk profile is probably one of the most important things that you can find about yourself. So finally, following an expert. Following an expert can provide you with different perspectives, both for good and not so good. Changes your investing timeline. Like we talked about earlier, the talking heads, right? You hear everybody, you listen to somebody else. Well, that can throw you off. You need to be confident with your personality and the way that you make your decisions. Don't change yourself and don't try to change the market. Adapt what the expert says to determine if you can make it fit your style, your personality. Just remember to be yourself and not someone else. Being successful in the markets can be very elusive for many people, and for many reasons. Some things we talked about today seem like common sense, but many people don't employ the discipline or put forth the resources. It's entirely up to you. You take the tools, you learn about yourself and your personality, and that's how you determine how you're going to trade. If you're not comfortable with it, like we talked about earlier, then about that particular time frame, then that time frame is not for you. You got to determine what you're comfortable with. The whole point here is to explore yourself and explore what you can do within that time frame. But if it's uncomfortable to you, then it's not your time frame. So what I'd like to do is talk a little bit about a book that I wrote many years ago. Okay. And this is called Forex Secrets. And this goes through a lot of soul searching, and it causes the reader to really find out more about themselves. I can't express enough to find out your internal time clocks and your internal investing timeline. It's about yourself, but it's about the markets too. So for those of you that want some help on short end trading spectrum, and you want to continue to learn more about what we've talked about today, you can certainly get the book. And I wrote this, it's probably 8 years, 10 years ago now. It's been a while. But it takes the short-term time frame look. You can apply that to overall investing. There's many things that you can do to look at the short end and the long end, and they both have that relationship. But internally, it's what you recognize on yourself. So today, we have this book, and I'm offering it for a 30% discount. So just $19.97. And the code that you see there, the discount code NT120921, you can get that. It goes right. You go right to the publisher, and you can get that that break there, that discount. And we also have, and this is for a little bit longer term, if you want to learn more about longer term trading, we have an offer for a special on monthly long-term and equity signals. This is a research-based monthly service where you can see what I'm doing in the stock market, as well as my full research for every entry that I make or every exit that I make. And the time frame on this is 18 to 24 months. So I'll flip back and forth. I have the short-term trading that I do, the scalping type of things, and then I have this longer-term thing. And if you're looking to learn both ways, here's some opportunities for you. Okay. The price on this is $297 a month, but as a webinar special, through the end of the year, we're offering this the first month for $147. So if you go to the link here that's shown on the screen, it'll be $147 for the first month. You can try it out and see. This will be available till December 31st. So you got this month to really take advantage of that. So for bonus points and free stuff, because there's always free stuff, right? What color were the tulips that Grandma was tiptoeing through in the beginning of the presentation? Now, I know I went through this pretty quick, but for bonus points, here we go. Okay, so what color were the tulips that Grandma was tiptoeing through in the beginning of the presentation? Think about it for a second. Okay, so well, if you said red, bud, you might have been correct. You can't really see buds just yet, but judging from the leaf structure, you might be right. Okay, so that was a little trick question. Yes, this handsome guy does a free weekly video about the markets. So if you've had a tough week trading in the hog market or researching the future direction of milk futures, and you were engrossed in anything but the investing markets, and you want to see what went on with the economy, stocks, bonds, currencies, or other markets, then tune in every weekend to see my take on the week's events and what we see happening in the coming week. So I try to have it out there by early Saturday morning, and sometimes that doesn't always happen, but it's always there by Sunday, and it is free. So grab your Morning Joe or whatever and tune in for about 30 minutes and get up to date. Or you can just go to tradingstreet.co. The latest videos there on the front page. So that's a short and sweet presentation here, and we'll take some questions.
If anyone has some questions, please feel free to put those in the room now. Tim is more than happy to answer any questions or any comments that you may have.
Juanita, I'm sorry, but I'm having problems pulling that up. If you could read them off to me, that would be great.
So I have one question here, and it's from Windsor. For a beginner day trader, how long do you think we should be in simulator mode before going live?
Well, I would say that depends on your personality and what you're trading, for one thing. The market should dictate to you how long of a time frame you're looking at. And more importantly, you should know yourself when you're comfortable and what basis you're using for entering that market. And of course, you should always have an exit when you enter. So it's always about entries. So if you're not comfortable with your timing of your entries, then I would say you're probably not ready to go live.
Hey, Tim, are you there? It seems like your volume went out.
My volume went out, huh?
Oh, there we go. We got you back.
Okay.
Okay, the next question we have is from Michael. Can you send the links per email? I'd like to sign up. Thanks.
We can certainly put those links up on the chat room. I think you can grab them off of there, right, Juanita?
Yes, give me just 1 second and I will add those to the room. Michael also wrote, I've been too long on sim, rather start with tiny positions or micro and feel the difference.
Yeah. Hang on a second. I think I got the chat here. No, it's not. For some reason, oh, there it is. Hold on. I've been too long on sim. Rather start with tiny positions or micro and feel the difference. Great, thanks. So yeah, I mean, always start with simulation. But if you're going to start real trading, then put your toe in real quick, real short, and try the micros. That's always the better way to go. And that way you can always test your strategies live too without losing a ton of dough. So more questions? Let's see if I can get some more here.
It looks like Michael, I apologize on the last name, Villahan. He said, thank you for the presentations. If I have further questions, can I use the previously sent email to contact you?
Yeah, it's info@tradingstreet.co. And you can email me anytime. You can also give us a call. It goes to voicemail, but I do pick those up every day. And that's 646-396-8108.
And I'm just getting these links right now to put them in the room. And we can also throw Tim's email address in the room. Just one moment. This is for Forex Secrets. And then this next link is for Trading Street long-term equity signals. And Tim, I apologize. What email address would you prefer to be put in the room?
Info@tradingstreet.co. That always works.
Okay, and then the best phone number, I can add that as well.
That's 646-396-8108.
Perfect. For those of you
Anybody-
who asked, there are all the links and the contact information for Tim. Does anybody have any other questions?
You can always call me or email me. I'd love to talk markets. So no problems at all. We run a free site here, so it's not I'm not trying to charge people to talk to me.
Well, Tim, I think that everybody has asked their questions. Is there any
Okay.
other items that you'd like to share with the group today or go over?
No, just everybody, please be mindful of your time frames and learn about yourself. That's the most important thing. And then trade that time frame that you're most comfortable in.
We really appreciate the advice. And, I think that so many people today definitely will be following up with you. If anyone has questions, I am going to leave the room open for just a few more minutes here. Tim, if you see anything come in, you're more than welcome to address those items.
Okay.
And then just so everybody knows, there is a recording of this event that will be emailed out to all attendees and registrants. So if you know anyone who missed today's event and they would like to review it, it will be sent to everybody via email and as well put on the NinjaTrader ecosystem website. Tim, I'm going to get ready to go ahead and close out the room. We just want to thank you for a great presentation and for taking the time to share with us. Everyone in attendance, like I said previously, is going to receive a recording of today's event, so keep an eye out for that email. We'd like to remind you the information provided in this was that of Trading Street and not of NinjaTraders. All information is for educational purposes and should not be construed as trading advice. Enjoy the rest of your day, and we hope to see everyone in future webinars. Happy trading from everyone here at the NinjaTrader ecosystem, and thank you. Have a wonderful day and a great holiday.